Hi, Sag. This is your homework family reading. This is part 2. Or this is just the tarot. I'm still going to give you what I was saying in at least part of it. And in the original one that I was doing the astrology, but see, long story short, I just got a new phone. I'm trying to figure it out. And it shut off too early, and I haven't figured all of this new phone out yet. So this is why I'm going into 2 videos. But however, as I get all of that adjusted, I do plan on next month, the following month, I'm going to be doing 2 videos for every sign from now on, but they're not going to be like the beginning of the month and the second part of the month. They're just going to be the full month. And that's because one's going to be astrology and one's going to be tarot. I'm going to try to design a new, platform of how I want that tarot to come out between now and then. But for right now, because of the situation and I'm running out of time and all of that good stuff, I'm just going to pull the cards like I normally do and hit you with the tarot. But first off, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, before I hit the tarot cards. If you was not watching the original one with the astrology, what I was given first off in my eyes before Spirit started giving me any information was they showed me this one in my eyes. So this is letting you know what you need to be at or where you need to be headed towards. Okay, for me in this deck, the 2 of Swords is speaking to you of finding peace, truce, harmony, stepping away from everything, taking some meditation time, taking some me time, getting back to figuring out the wholeness and the truth, okay? And really getting deep within that energy. Because Spirit does give me, somebody's gone, somebody's done gone and went and met their match. And they don't mean it in a loving way. They do mean it, the way Spirit is giving me is very much eye to eye. Stepping eye to eye. And they're very much giving me very much stepping eye to eye, and and the energy that I'm feeling from Spirit is very Cancer energy, very Scorpio energy, and it may be a Cancer or Scorpio or even a Capricorn of significance before we even get into the cards. I do not know, because of what I'm being given. I hear Spirit say, if you don't go, that tarantula is going to kill you, more or less. And then they turn around and they give me from a really old movie, Legend, they give me the devil from in that movie. So I'm putting it with the energies that fit. So it may be the energy in general, or it could be one of the 3 in significance, more or less, within your life. But what I'm feeling is that this energy is definitely coming with a sting. I am being given venom. This does not mean that it is a relationship such as a girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse. You know, it does not mean that at all, because I'm very much getting it all over the board with the astrology itself. I'm getting it as it could be a home environment, it could be a work environment, it could be in the relationship environment, but it does have to do with rules, is what Spirit says. It has to do with having rules within whatever that relationship is. And somebody's being sneaky and up to no good, but they really don't even have a clue that they are. Because the other movie that Spirit gives me, it's just the way that it works for me. The other movie that Spirit gives me is a very old movie. Again, I'm showing my age. Fast Times at Richmond High. And in that energy, what they're giving me was like the stoner dude, the seriously drugged out stoner dude in the movie, and he seriously just didn't give a fuck about nothing. I mean, he was like, so, huh? You know, that was his personality, and he wasn't responsible for nothing, and he had no intention of taking on responsibility for anything. I mean, he was very much just your stoner dude who was, you know, stoner surfer dude, and he just wanted to have fun and go with the flow. So whoever it is that's doing the stinging here seriously has no idea that they are fucking up in some way or another. And whichever one it is that's right or wrong, whether it's you or them, from what I'm getting, it's like right over their head. is what Spirit is giving me. And this is why they are saying right off the bat that you need to get right with self so that you can properly deal with whatever it is that's coming. The next thing out is Four of Swords. Pretty much the same kind of energy of what they gave me before. This is laying the swords down and allowing the conflict to be resolved. I don't feel like Spirit is telling you to walk away from it. I feel like walk away from the situation and don't deal with it or turn your head on it. I don't feel like that at all. I feel like they're saying you need to find peace within your situation. You need to step away and figure out what's important to you. But they are telling me you do need to have courage and strength in order to do this, because this has to do with rising your vibrations so that you can move forward. This is not allowing whatever this energy might possibly be to take you down and screw up your manifestation, more or less. Sagittarius, what do they need to hear for the month of September? Sagittarius. What else does Sagittarius need to hear? This is the sun. This is bringing the illumination in. In this deck, this speaks to you of, life, light, joy, success, strength. But I also was just saying, the Leo energy, which is what this is. And I was saying the strength card, which is also that Leo energy and that fire energy in general. But this is also, rising above. Again, rising above and seeing the light and allowing the light to illuminate the situation, because this is a light and shadow deck. So this is allowing the illumination to bring the truth forward and then figure out what that light and joy needs to be. Spirit was saying before in the other reading, don't lower your vibration for this. But they're saying now that this has to do with growth. The star card, not car. The star card is speaking to you. Yeah, they're saying strength again. This is telling you to go after what you want. This is saying, and the way I always put the star card is the star card speaks to me. It could be an Aquarius of significance as well. A Leo of significance is now on the board. But the way I put the star card is it's not just bringing light to the situation. This is, like I said, now you got light being brought in two different ways. This is having light being brought in from the very darkness, which will change everything so that you can find the new blessing. That could very much be the situation, is being brought to light. This might be coming up around that full moon time. Maybe it's already showing up. I don't know. But the star card also asks you to pay attention to what you want to hook. In Hebrew, it speaks to you of the hook itself. Like if you were going fishing and you casted the line out there, you don't want to hook the small fish. Nobody wants the small fish. We all want the best thing in the sea. We want to hook the big thing. So what do you want? Are you going after what you want? And are you really allowing the light to illuminate the truth of what it is that you want? Taking the time to sit back and figure that out. Step away and out of toxicity so that you can find that truth. This is finding possible celebration or communication, but this could be more than one person within the situation, because it is 3 people. It is communication, and now you have Cancer on the board. And what I am seeing right here is this eye is illuminating in purple. So this is asking you to communicate and stand in that higher energy, that root chakra and that third eye in general. Be considering 3 people, and they're giving me the eye that's purple. So they're telling you to listen to your vision, your intuition, as you try to come into that energy. This could be, like I said, this could be, I was saying also, this could be a twin flame situation that you might be dealing with. Or it could just be partnerships within a relationship, but this may be speaking about, the light and the dark. Like I said, I feel like this is fire and water coming eye to eye and meeting. So this may be the two of them truly coming to see the truth, what they couldn't see before, and this could be you coming back to yourself, because it starts off with them saying, swords down, come back in, and sit back and figure out what's really important. They're saying that this is also a breakthrough and awakening of the enlightenment itself that's coming through all of this energy this month, bringing you into a growth within the heart chakra, actually. You have the Prince of Wands. This is you. And I was seeing in my vision that I didn't bring up in this one, I brought it up in the other one. I was seeing like the prince was getting on a horse and was flying the hell up out of the situation. So maybe it's you leaving a situation. Maybe this is you going after exactly what you want. The Prince of Wands speaks to you of will not be pushed around, will stand his ground, will hold his power in check, nobility, making noble decisions. But what I'm seeing is somebody on that horse flying up out of there. So this may be you being victor of the situation, or it may be another Aries or Leo being victor of the situation. But I am being told you need to be courageous within it either way. Then I am being given the Four of Pentacles. Now, you got Capricorn in here, too. This is all four elements coming together. Originally, Spirit was showing me, that you needed to find truth and balance within the situation. And originally, on the other one I spoke of, they gave me X marks the spot, which meant it was be those touchy points. And the fact that my throat's getting all funky right now is saying that somebody's going to be having trouble saying what they have to say. Can I please have my voice back? Thank you. And this is when I'm looking at it, I'm seeing the diamond, which is what I saw originally from Spirit, asking you to get right with your four, your emotional, your mental, your spiritual, and your physical. If you're not in balance, you can't make proper healthy decisions. And they're showing me it in blue and green. So growth and courageous, finding tranquility within yourself, and I'm seeing it illuminate up here at the top. So this is coming into that crown and third eye chakra, allowing the truth to come out. And I'm also seeing, like, down here, the way this is, I'm seeing, like, the pink energies are, like, falling down. So this is allowing the sensitivities not to rule you as well. For some of you, this is definitely coming back to yourself, and for some of you, this is definitely a karmic relationship or a twin flame relationship. This may be a brand new beginning, a brand new start of something, but you're getting it with the Two of Wands, so it's asking you to get right with what you desire, what you hope, and what you wonder for, what you want for new beginnings. It's a brand new beginning. It could be a brand new beginning at knowing yourself, or a brand new beginning within the relationship. But it's saying that you have to speak because like I said, I was losing my voice. If you're not speaking your truthful desires, you're definitely not going to get there. Yeah, because right now they're giving me honesty and frankness. See, I have it written up there because that's where they just pulled me to in blue energy, which is speaking to you of courage, of saying what you have to say about your desires, your truth. This is also Aries and Mars energy, and I relate Mars energy to the sexuality and the sacral chakra. So this is speaking to you of truthfully how you feel about yourself, getting right with your desires, with your truths, with how you feel about yourself sexually in a relationship, as well as just the sacral chakra, so that you can make these two come back together, whether it's you coming back to yourself or you're making that relationship strong again. But if the balance isn't made, if the truth isn't going to come out, because This is all about balance. It's coming up twice. This is all about standing your ground and doing what has to be done, but taking the time to do it on a mature level, or it's not going to happen. Because for some of you, you're going to have the Tower. Some of you, this is definitely about coming back to self. Because the Tower is going to lead you away from the relationship or away from that partnership. Maybe not for good, but maybe long enough to make it become proper again. Sometimes, like I said, I feel like I'm being given fire and water coming eye to eye, and I'm being given venom. So I'm being given a sting is going to happen. So something has to collapse. The way that something has been going down cannot change. Cannot stay the same. If a relationship, whether it's work environment, friends, family, that something has to change. Something has to fall apart. Something has to be brought down so that this can come forward, whether it's with yourself or with somebody else. This all has to do with making sure you have your head right. If you don't believe that you can stand up for yourself, you don't believe that you can take this where you want to, then you won't. You can get this to go exactly the way you want if you act right, if your mind is right, if you come to a proper place within yourself, you can get off of those swords and you can go and collect what you want and create the life you want. But, Sagittarius, y'all have temper. Can you control it? Can you do what you need to do to make the right decisions? Because the High Priestess is asking you to trust your intuition, trust your higher knowledge, trust your truth, and don't just go with the emotional energy. Go with what you know deep down is right for you. Trust in her energy. She brings harmony and balance to the magic and the very wisdom. She's also considered Mother Mary. She's also considered Isis. She is the healer. This is why she's the High Priestess. The High Priestess is above, the way I see it, is above the Empress, and technically the High Priestess, the way I see it, is above the Magician. The Magician is still learning. She's already mastered it. Are you fighting the Magician? Are you fighting, not the Magician, are you fighting the High Priestess? Because if you're fighting the High Priestess, you're going to lose. Because she's going to hold her ground against this. If this is about making yourself become that High Priestess, to either level up and create this within yourself or within the relationship. But if you're coming into the relationship in this energy, then you're going to lose. It's that simple. The only way to get these two to be right is for these two to come together. You need to come priestess to priestess. Not devil to devil, more or less. Because that's going to really go bad for you. Okay, that's not it. This is courage. What was I saying the whole time? You may have a Leo of significance, definitely. Because this is Mars. This is Seven of Wands. This is speaking to you of courage, passion, action. Your inner warrior coming forward, taking that strength, having valor within the situation. That brings us back to that priestess. It's bringing you right back to the priestess. You cannot come forward if you're not growing into her. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be coming forward in a positive way and be able to create that within a relationship as you move forward. Like I said, whether this is the relationship of a lifetime, dealing with twin flames and coming into a brand new balance, or going into, a healthy brand new beginning within a job, a situation. Something sneaky's been going on. Somebody hasn't been fully forthcoming, but unless you come into that valor, come into, rising into that courage energy, lifting into that high priestess, this is not going to happen because you're going to be stuck in that tower. Anything else? Nope, this deck shut up. The deck said, I'm done. Let me see if another deck has to speak. Like I said, I'm just giving you it as they give it to me. First house. This is my own deck that I created for myself, but every once in a while I use it when that's called for you all. This is the first house directly. This is speaking to you of being aware of your self-awareness, your personality, your appearance, your physical image, your view of life. Be aware of your actions and what you think and act within that very first house at this time. Set the proper rules, walls, and boundaries. Or are they being set on you? This is withholdings, resistance. This is structure. This is rules, walls, boundaries. This is inner authority. This is discipline. This is patience. This is endurance. This is responsibilities. This is telling yourself to take the time, go inward, figure it out. Set the rules, walls, and boundaries that serve you. Anything else? Hi, gorgeous kitty. Anything else? They keep giving me that third eye energy. But they're saying this, it definitely has to do with you getting right with what is that universal fifth house. What brings you pleasure? What brings you pleasure? What is your creative expression, your pursuit of pleasure, your love, your dating, your romantic situation? This is what you desire. Are you truly being honest with your desires? Is what they're asking. And the ninth house. Are you being honest with what you desire and with who and what you are? With what you desire and who and what you are. Are you in a tug of war with yourself about who you truly are versus who you thought you were? Are you truthfully forthcoming with the world around you and your spiritual beliefs and what you desire? Are you believing one thing but yet really want to do another? I mean, this has to do with getting to know thyself so that you can be truly in your best power. Realize that it has something to do with your daily routine. Anything else? Nope. What can you leave them with? Yep. Breathe. Take a few deep breaths and accept that sometimes things just don't make much sense. Soon enough, everyone will come into their own senses to see the situation for what it truly is. And then they are giving me weariness. No one has your best interest at heart. Others have their own agendas. Set up and take control of this situation. It's the very thing that people are not expecting you to do. I've said the whole time this is about being in your power, but you have to know thyself, both good and bad. Be very forthcoming with yourself. And are you setting the right rules, the right roles, walls, boundaries? And are you also being fair within them, within those very rules? Sadness. Allow yourself the space to feel the miserable energy. Mourn what has been lost and what cannot be. If you don't take the time now, your sadness will catch up with you, and later it will be catch up with you later when you least expect it. Like I said, this is about taking some time, stepping back, getting right with self, and healing self so that you make the right decisions. And trust me, you want to be making these right decisions, because as we come into this, 2020, if you're on the wrong path, you're going to get put on it. You're going to get put on the right path. Love. Before you can truly love another, you need to open your heart and allow yourself to receive that love first. If you open your heart to love, it will flow into your soul. Is there anything else? They just literally picked me up and put me down, which means you need to stay grounding. No. And then they're coming back. Like I said, a lot of this has to do with also loving yourself, especially if you want any kind of relationship to go forward. Self-love is not egotistical. It shows you and others that you are worthwhile and you deserve love in all of its many forms. Whatever that energy is that's coming in to try to set things right, it's a learning experience. It's a growth experience. Try to take it with that idea, because it actually could be something that's going to bloom into something great from what this looks like. Even if it's right now only to love yourself so that the right thing can actually start to show itself. Or by truly getting right with self, truly getting honest with self, then it's going to allow the situation to bloom into what it should have been. But apparently neither one of you are able to be capable of getting there or honest. I love you guys. See you next month. Bye.